Oh, yo, I almost forgot to tell y'all. So, boom, when I was just rudely interrupted up there by the wall, I was saying about the American Indian Encyclopedia of American Indian contributions to the world 15,000 years ago. It states that the American Indians, aka black people, aka American indigenous people, anyway, they contributed stonework masonry to the world. The world has them, us, America, to thank for stonework. And I say all of that just to say, if no construction work does stonework today, it's known to be basically an extinct practice. We know that the American Indians do not no longer, let's say, identify as American Indian as a whole, because majority of us has been brainwashed, usurped, and re-educated and indoctrinated to call ourselves Negroes, colored, black, African American, etc., right? Therefore, not to mention you got the Asians that are Native Americans, not American Indians, not the same thing. Now, boom. I say all that to say, if we understand that the encyclopedia credits American Indians for the stonework, stone masonry of the world, who the hell could have built that goddamn wall up there on the block that stretches all the way from 241st and goddamn Baychester Avenue, right there by White Plains Road, all the way to down Baychester Road, all the way over to Edson, all the way up the block up near Reed. This shit wraps around basically like a big ass U. I'm gonna take y'all on the trip down that wall soon enough, and then we gonna do our best to find some more out here, because I know they got them. So, alright, that's about it now. With that being said, Chief Noble Hawk out.
Hey, excuse me.
Stonework, and we back again. What's up, people? Chief Noble Hawk, we back at Bissell Gardens for the part 2. What it do? Y'all can see it much clearly now. I already know. This sun busting in the best of ways. Stand for tomorrow. Stand for something. I die for everything. Oh, shit. I mean, fall for everything. Excuse me. Anyway, and I'm going to do my best, guys, to chill on the profanity this time. Totally not necessary. But look at this big ass wall. Let me stop. But check it out. Woo! Look at this. See all the different colors, the reds and blues? This is not brick, people. These are giant ass slabs of stone. Who even had the mediated goal involved to pick these big ass slabs of stone the hell up and prop them up on the wall like that? This had to be a team of some strong MFOs, you feel me? Some strong you know what's. Or possibly even, dare I say it, giants. That's a combo they really not ready for us to have, though. Let's be honest. So currently, this is the outer wall of the train depot for 241st. But behind the good old scenes, it's a giant ass, old ass stone rock wall. Look at this motherfucker. You can't even tell what the hell is that clay-like substance in the middle. What is that? Is that supposed to be concrete? It don't look like concrete to me. Sand, sheetrock, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I can tell you what, it's stone. Now, from reading the book Antediluvian, Atlantis and the Antediluvian World, it states that the structure of giant stone walls was done and implemented off the request of the King Atlas, King of Kings at that time. All of his siblings were just princes and princesses and whatnot. And all of his children after him were also considered kings. The oldest and the firstborn, to be exact. Now, why do I say all of this? I find it interesting that the type of stone walls that was mentioned in Atlantis, the Antediluvian world, was described to be of multicolored stone slab, and in the middle that they used to stick everything together was with something called indestructible mortar. Indestructible mortar. So I'm trying to figure that fucking shit out. Like, is that what this sandy looking shit in the middle is? Is that the indestructible mortar? I wonder. It's not supposed to break no burn, my niggas. But it's been over 400 plus years. I mean, it's clearly cracking. But is it fireproof? I wonder. Ooh. Now we gonna go a little further, but we gonna take a break for right now. All right, here we go, gang. Let's go. I ain't gonna lie, I skipped ahead a little bit. So like y'all missed this half of the wall, but I showed y'all the other side of it. It's just a garden. I ain't feel like walking through that bitch. I ain't gonna hold you. But I will walk around this side for you guys. So check it out. All right, let's go. Okay. So as you can see, this big ass dirty wall. The town, or rather the government, has decided to set up little like fucking gardening and farming programs and things of that nature. Of course, they don't pull the children from the actual neighborhood to come do the farming and agriculture, which would be a beautiful thing. But instead, they go get the white kids and a bunch of mulattoes and Hispanics from Riverside and Yonkers area, and they come down here and they have the kids work on the garden and shit. You know what I mean? Anyway, check this out. Whoa, where that split come from? I wonder. Wonder what creatures is hiding in that shit. Ooh, is it moving? What the fuck? Yo, that's trippy, bro. That's just jingly trippy as fuck. It might not actually be a hole. It might just be black mold or some shit. I don't even know. Word. Ugh. Check this out, check this out, check this out. Whoa. This is some serious foliage, bro. How old does a stone wall y'all think gotta go before vines start growing on this shit? And not only that, this shit grew intricately. Like, I bet money, you can't just pull these niggas off. You probably gotta cut and snip for hours. And hours and hours. And then not only that, look at this big ass piece of mulch right here that done embedded itself into the motherfucking rock, into the goddamn rock and whatnot, you know what I mean? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this shit. It's even secreting some type of liquid as well. It's kind of freaky. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, freaking you got the branches and whatnot covered by the moss. It's like a whole ecosystem within the goddamn stone wall. This shit is so old, bro. There's no way. And then mind you, right? This shit ain't smooth at all. Look at this shit. This shit lumpy and bumpy. This shit all lumpy and bumpy and all fucked up. But you know what, guys? I can't even take too much time because I do gotta go catch this bus. So let me actually start to bust a move towards it. Just giving y'all more insight, you feel me? Castle City, baby.
And being of Moorish descent.
Peace, family. Chief Noble Hawk here. Check this out. So, boom. The actual definition of American Indians, right? According to the Noah Webster Dictionary in the 1800s. A member of any of the indigenous peoples of Western Hemisphere, except often certain peoples such as the Yupik and the Inuit. Now, I'm going to show you what they look like. Just to give an even proper definition and breakdown, this is the Black Laws Dictionary, and this is what is the third race and what are its characteristics. 569, the American or Indian race found only in America. Now, the African or Negro is down here. Of a deep copper color, straight black hair, high cheekbones, eyes. Immediately after initial contact,
the Encyclopedia of American Indian Contributions to the World 15,000 years ago.
The accomplishments of American Indians they encountered. Often they judged these accomplishments as being superior to anything found in the old world. Nevertheless, as a general rule, within 20 years after initial contact, conquistadors and colonists alike began to deny that the American Indians that they began to call savages were responsible for these discoveries. Credits and honors to Dan Calloway and Leave Noble Hulk signing out.
Who are you? You don't know. Don't tell me Negro, that's nothing. What were you before the white man named you a Negro? And where were you? And what did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak then? 20 million black people don't even know their own language. Why? Because he took it away from them. 20 million black people who don't even know the history of their ancestors. Why? Because he took it away from them. And if you try and tell them how thoroughly and completely they've been robbed, he says you're teaching hate. Dark people who have been oppressed and exploited by those who are not their own kind, strangers. So the only way we're going to get some of this oppression and exploitation away from us or aside from us is come together against the common enemy. Aborigines, which means what? Black folks. You never find a white aborigine. Rather, aborigines are called natives, or they're always dark-skinned people. You and I are aborigines, but you don't like to be called an aborigine. You want to be called an American. Aborigine actually means from the beginning. Aborigine actually means from the beginning. It's two Latin words. Ab meaning from, origine meaning the beginning. Ab meaning from, origine meaning the beginning.
Remember, civil rights started in 1956. The act and everything was actually passed in 1968. Okay? Yeah, it's legit hidden in plain sight. Thank you, China. Yes. Remember, it was done in 1968. And we know it and was taught that it was called the Civil Rights Act, right? Maybe the reason why Moors keep getting beat up when it comes to their civil rights or whatever is because they're not using it under the proper term that it was essentially established under. Because it actually was established under the Indian Civil Rights Act, under the Indian Bill of Rights, which was attached to the Fair Housing Act and the Open Housing Act. Why would you nickname it the Indian Civil Rights Act if the people that it was set up for were supposedly Negro and come from Africa?
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. Which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with. And this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we're coming to get our check.